So we've had qualifying at the Temple of Speed. Monza was, well, it was okay. Disappointing for many, though.
It was like you said about the practices, is that the midfield teams were sort of topsy-turvy, and they've just topsy-turvied again for qualifying, which has ruined my predictor, my fantasy.
100%. Williams, what are you doing? We expected big things.
Albon was almost out in Q1, so I was already like stressing from then, and then...
I know. But, you know, looking at Q1, I mean, Racing Bulls are the ones that are, you know...
They're struggling.
Disappointed, you know.
Isaac's not very happy with Carlos.
No, Isaac was not happy with Carlos one bit. I don't know what was going on there, to be honest. I don't remember them showing it.
It wasn't very clear, apart from in his post-qualifying interview.
Exactly. But, you know, he will be starting from the pit lane.
He will.
Getting a new power unit or
he will.
Something. But yeah, that'd be Hadjar and Lawson at the back. Mm-hmm. Bit of a shame.
Bit of a difference from the last few races.
Exactly. And then Stroll being out on Q1, which is absolutely no surprise.
Well, he's had his stint of like 4 good races, so now it's time to just go back down.
Yeah, time to, you know...
He really does either or, and
exactly.
now he's at the or.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, of course, Ocon out in Q1. The Haas cars, qualifying isn't really their strong suit. So.
No, but they'll race well again because they always do.
Which is how it usually goes.
Yeah.
And then going into Q2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Williams. What are your thoughts?
I have no thoughts, just disappointment and sadness.
I know, and I think they feel it too, right? Because they, you know, everyone saw the introductory talk that James gave the team, and he's like, we're going to be strong. Mm-hmm. We're going to be absolutely strong here. Mm-hmm. It's going to be, yeah.
And they were, and they were, and they were, and then they weren't.
And then they weren't, like at the very end. So, yeah, disappointing. They're not going to be happy with that. Will they make things up in the race, do you think?
Possibly. I hope so. It would be nice to, but it's not exactly an easy track to overtake on.
True.
So, don't know, maybe we'll have some more DNFs and they'll be able to climb a few extra places from that, and someone will have a terrible strategy and there'll be gravel everywhere and there'll be red flags and safety cars, and maybe, just maybe, we'll leave it in the hands of the Williams gods.
Who knows?
Not me.
Signs for podium.
So I've put him on my predict.
Sorry.
I put him on my predict. I've put him third.
That's so optimistic.
Well, it was no, because I was never going to get it right anyway. Because I never did. Because I was never going to put Max on. So that third spot that normally I would have put, like, I would kind of rotate between George and Charles and Max, as well as the 2 McLarens. I never get it right.
Yeah.
So Max isn't on there at all. And I thought, you know what? Hell, I'll throw it in and I'll put Carlos in. If I do, I get 28 points. I didn't put my times 20 there because I wasn't feeling that brave.
That's wise.
But I thought it's got as good a chance as any. You never know.
You know what?
You never know.
You literally never know.
No one saw Hadjar coming last week. I thought maybe we'll get more of the same.
Well, true.
See?
No one saw that coming. No one saw Hadjar getting a podium last week.
So, you know, whoever is in charge of those results, if you could just make that one happen for me, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, unfortunate day for Williams. But we'll see what they can do in the race. You know, get them some proper strategy going. But we'll see. That straight line speed will make it harder for people to overtake them, but hopefully easier for them to overtake other people. So, we'll see.
We shall see.
But then we get into the top 10. Mm-hmm. Max Verstappen.
The Max Verstappen effect is it's just something.
Fastest lap of all time in 75 years of Formula One.
I feel so sad though because Lando broke it just beforehand.
No, I know.
and then Max came in and maxified everything. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Poor Lando.
Yeah.
It's not been his last 2 weeks.
It was a little bit of a roller coaster because first I saw Leclerc beat Piastri's time and I thought, oh, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. And
He's
then,
out of his chair.
And then the McLarens did what they did. And I was like, that makes sense. Lando's on pole. Good for him. Well, good recovery after a very dicey qualifying for him the whole time. And then, and then Max.
And then Max.
So, yeah. Do you think Max is sweating it? He's got 2 McLarens behind him. Do you think he...
Well, in recent history, no one's won from pole.
Yeah.
And almost every time that we've had Max followed by Oscar's taken Max.
Right.
But because Lando's behind him and Lando doesn't tend to get as good a starts as Oscar. I think Max is possibly feeling a little bit more calm than if it were Oscar behind him.
I hear that. And
I think that would be my thinking.
Yeah, and also, if I were Oscar, no, not if I were Oscar, if I were Lando, I would be looking behind me instead of in front of me. Because,
it's happened before, hasn't
because
it?
forget Max. Max is not in the title fight. I'm looking at Oscar behind me. As long as I keep Oscar behind me, damage limitation. Let me just build at the points slowly each race. There's still 3 sprints to go as well. So that's what I'd be looking at. And then, I know my pace is good. I can just catch Max later on. Yeah. I don't think Max is going to disappear into the sunset. I think the McLarens will be right there. So for Lando, for me, it'd be like just defend against Piastri. And then once I'm like, okay, lap 1's done, go get Max. Then get Max, overtake him, and then
hope your car survives.
And then hope the car survives because of that Mercedes power unit. He had some kind of fuel leak. I don't know what it was, but anyway.
We'll blame Mercedes.
Probably.
It tends to be their fault.
Well, we'll see. So, yes. Disappointment for Ferrari.
I suppose so, yeah.
I think, look.
I know it's Monza and therefore Ferrari should have the Ferrari impact on Monza, but Ferrari have been Ferrari all season.
Ferrari have been Ferrari.
So disappointment, yes, but expected also.
Exactly. I think it's definitely been a McLaren at the front, and then
whoever was third.
We see whoever's third. This time, Max was quickest, and then it came Charles. So, and Lewis only 10th behind. Of course, he's got the 10 place, the 5 place grid penalty, so he'll be starting P10.
Yeah.
Do we see him moving up?
Again, we'll see. Because
what do you think?
I would like to say yes. I would also say we've got a strong top 10, though.
Yes, I suppose so. He'll be starting next to Yuki. Mm-hmm. I think he'll take Yuki. I don't think that's a problem.
At least Yuki's the second fastest Red Bull this week.
What a good point. Yuki is the second fastest Red Bull this week. If he scores a point. Oh! Yeah, it'd be good for him to get more points finishes with Red Bull, wouldn't it? So...
take your opportunity while the racing balls are down there.
For sure. But yeah, and then you've got people like Alonso and Bortoletto, who had a fantastic qualifying again.
And they're both very good at not being overtaken, I would say.
It's true.
I would also say with Hulk being as close as he is to the top 10, really, he's possibly one to watch. So what I'm saying is I think he's a very strong top half of the grid, so I don't think overtaking is going to be... Well, overtaking isn't easy anywhere, but I don't think it's going to be the easiest ones to overtake either.
No, I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I'm just saying, do you think he'll do it?
It's Lewis, so he should be able to.
What you'd like to think, and that Ferrari has got really high top speeds in the straights, so... hopefully, with all those straights and the DRS zones and everything, hopefully it's not just a massive DRS train. Hopefully you can break out of those in the opening couple of laps, get 2-3 places, and then you're in the back of the Mercedes, which Kimi P7, which will be P6.
Yeah,
which will be P6.
He's back to... I said, didn't I? I said yesterday.
You did say... You literally said...
It's going to be closing the book. It's going to be closing the chapter.
Yeah, you said...
And he's going to go back to old Kimi.
Yeah, you said that he has to spin out at Monza in practice, like he did a year ago, and then the curse has been lifted, and now he can go off into the Pharaoh's tomb.
That's what's going to happen.
Exactly. So, I don't know what he's going to do with the Mercedes. I reckon he'll just kind of stay around there. I think if Lewis can get to like a 6th this race, nobody will be mad.
No, I don't think so.
No one's going to be upset with him. Everyone's going to be like, it's ridiculously tricky to overtake here. Just do what you can, Lewis. And especially because, Charles was able to win from 4th last year, but that's only because he was able to somehow do a one-stop strategy. The problem is now everyone knows about it. So...
the problem when you do it is you do advertise it, so it's going to be on everyone's minds. But again, we will see.
Indeed. It should be good. What are you hoping for tomorrow?
Well, all my hopes and dreams are in Q2,
So now what are you hoping for now that we've had a very disappointing and interesting qualifying?
Well, as genies don't exist and I can't reverse today.
No.
I would actually like to see Max win.
Oh?
It's been a little while, and I just want it to, not ruffle some feathers, but just be a bit different. So I think that would be quite nice. Because if we get a McLaren finish, then yay, that's the same as every other race. I think it's a lot to ask for Charles, but I would take him as a winner as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just want to see something different. I want to see Yuki score some points. I reckon Hulk can possibly
get into the top 10.
Get into the top 10 as well.
That'd be nice.
I want a double points for Sauber this weekend. I want another double points. I think that'd be wonderful.
That'd be cool.
If we can get a Williams in there too, that would be, fantastic.
I'm not sure how many people you think are going to be in this top 10. I think you have to just take Mercedes out. And then up.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Here's my thought, right? I don't want Max to win, and here's why. I don't think it's not that he doesn't deserve it. I think he deserves to win. But in terms of it being interesting in the championship, Max is kind of in no man's land with third. So if he wins or doesn't win, it doesn't really matter anymore. If
we get two McLaren DNFs.
Well, no, because even if you get two McLaren DNFs, nothing changed at the top. So he doesn't get that much closer.
I know Max isn't going to close a gap. I'm just saying, make it go on a bit longer.
I see what you mean. Because it doesn't really change anything. My thought is that if Lando wins, then of course you've got him closing the gap, and it's he might get momentum. If he keeps winning, he may be able to.
But if Lando finishes in P2, that's still going to happen.
Yeah, but of course the gap between P1 and P2 is bigger than the gap between P2 and P3. Is my thought. Or even if Lando can get him and Oscar stays in third, and that's a massive point swing. So I think that helps with the title championship. If a Ferrari wins, then of course it's Monza and a Ferrari's won, or at least gets on the podium. So then it's quite nice for that in terms of story.
But then it doesn't change the title fight there.
Well, there's no title fight. That's the point. They're in, 5th and 6th? Like, it doesn't matter over there.
For the McLarens.
No, it doesn't for the McLarens. I'm just saying, because Max is in no man's land, and because it's Monza, it's like, if he wins, okay. If he doesn't win, okay. Like, it doesn't really, nothing matters. But if either of the McLarens win, that is subject to the title fight. And then even if one of the Ferraris win, the Ferraris win, it'll be their first Grand Prix win this year. I mean, they're not going to win, but let's say they do. It'll be the first Grand Prix win this year, and it'll be at Monza, so it has cultural significance. So my point is
that I'm not there, so I don't see the cultural significance because I'm not part of the atmosphere. I'm at home on my sofa.
Yeah, but
I don't care for that. Okay.
Well, I see what you mean, but I think last year was very evident that when Charles won, it was, you saw the sea of people. The sky was filled with red. That's what I'm trying to say. So in terms of talking points and making sense, that it makes sense there. But Max winning doesn't, what does it doesn't amount to anything.
Well, when he won at Imola and they were all chanting over the national anthem, Max Verstappen, that was quite
that wasn't cultural, but it was fun.
I felt it was.
I think that was hilarious. To be honest, that was actually so funny. It was actually really, really funny.
So I want round 2.
Yeah. What has happened though? That's what I'm saying. It's happened now.
I thought the were supposed to be boycotting the podium this year.
Are they?
I don't know. I thought I read that somewhere.
I've no idea.
I thought they were because they were sick of Ferrari's awfulness.
Awful what?
Ability to race a car.
But if it depends. If they're on the podium, surely they wouldn't boycott it, no? Because then
I read that they were going to boycott it.
If none of them are on the podium and no one from Italy went, that'd be hilarious. I don't want that to happen because I want F1 to keep going. But that would be funny. But if a Ferrari driver got on the podium, I don't think they'd boycott it because that'd just be completely
double standards, isn't it?
Well, it's who they support. They support Ferrari, so if Ferrari do well, okay. But if they don't, what have I got to go over there for?
As long as it's interesting, I literally don't care.
Hopefully, it's an interesting race. I hope there are some overtakes. I hope it's a good time. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Such a close qualifying, so hopefully that means, the fight is a lot better. But we will see. We'll see what happens, and tomorrow we'll talk about it.
We shall watch some things.
Until then.